Look at me in the eyes. You shall see nothing, hear nothing, dream of nothing but Svengali, Svengali,
Svengali, Svengali.
Hello, I am battling Sonix from Nintendo Worlds for the Poke League. Sonix leads off with a Dragonite, I lead off with Heatran. Dragonite used Earthquake, and because of the Shucca Berry, I managed to survive with 64 HP. I used Dragon Pulse, and I managed to deal a reasonable chunk of damage. I decided to switch, and Sonic knew that I was going to be switching, so he used Dragon Claw instead of Earthquake again. I managed to hang on with half my health, and he used Extreme Speed instead of Dragon Claw again. I used Air Slash and took him out with a crit. Sonix brings out Scizor, and I was expecting Bullet Punch, so I decided to keep Shaman in as death fodder. But instead he U-turned, so I got the Earth Power in that I was hoping for. Sonix brings in Breloom as the side effect of U-turn, so I figured I can counter that by bringing in Dugtrio. I wasn't expecting Breloom to be Choice Scarfed, so I survived by only 1 HP from Seed Bomb. I Aerial Aced, dropping it down to near death, and then finished it off with Sucker Punch. Sonix brings out Cresselia, so I decided to Rock Slide and hope for the flinch, and I got it. I figured he'd try and attack, so I try and use Sucker Punch, but it failed because he was using Toxic instead, and the poison finished me off. Now this is going to be a really stally part, so I sped it up a bit, but I decided to bring Heatran back out to try his luck. And as you can tell, Cresselia is holding her own while Heatran is doing his best to deal as much damage as possible to allow one of my other sweepers to come in and finish it off. But I didn't get the taunt in time, so I figured I'd get it in now. And he finished me off with a Psychic. So I decided to bring in Jolteon because I thought he'd be weaker in special defense. But in order to assure that I can get in as many attacks as I possibly can, because I knew Cresselia wouldn't have a high special attack, so I figured I'd paralyze it and hope for the best. So I tried Shadow Balling a few times. I think I got a couple of special defense drops in there. And Taunt did wear off, so he managed to get a Moonlight in. And there's the second special defense drop. Psychic to finish me off. So I decided to bring out Abbott, and because this is another really stally spot, I sped it up for your sake and mine. Anyways, I took took Toxic from Cresselia, and I'm taking hits left, right, and center. I decided to rest up after getting in a couple of D-dances. Managed to Sleep Talk and got in an Outrage. Got the critical hit. Sonix decides to bring Scizor out in the hopes of dealing as much damage as possible before I could really get going. But I managed to get a third Sleep Talk in through sleep, and Bullet Punch didn't really do much. I woke up and I rested again to regain as much health as possible. Scizor used Sword Stance to buff up its attack strength and tries to Bullet Punch me again. It got a crit and almost dealt half health. I got in my 4th D-Dance. Scizor got another Bullet Punch and I, still clinging on, managed to score Outrage through Sleep Talk to take Scizor out with a critical hit. Out comes Glade and use Shadow Sneak. I hang on with 39 health. My Lancet Berry kicks in, which helps increase my critical strike chance. I woke up and I decided to use Outrage. I finished off Glade with only one shot. And Sonix brings out his last Pokey, which is Suicune. And I also managed to finish it off with a single Outrage, which got a critical hit.